Good afternoon. Welcome to Military Strategies. We are live right now, February 16, 2026. A lot of topics, a lot of things are happening right now at this moment. F-35 planes arriving on the island of Crete in Greece, possible Mossad assassination in Greece, and something terrible, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Family, let's begin. Family, good afternoon. There's no time to lose, not even a second to waste this afternoon. With all the information we have, oh my, what a mess this has caused. What's happening right now? Let's go quickly. Right now they're landing. The F-35s are arriving on the island of Chania in Crete. They're coming from the United Kingdom. Family, oh my, what a mess this has caused. Look. 3 tanker planes, more than 15 F-35A fighter jets arriving just where I said they would, at Chania Airport, Crete. Welcome, family, to Military Strategies. What a lineup of topics we have tonight. What a lineup this afternoon. 5:15 in Spain, 5:15 in Spain. All right? That's the first matter, but it's not the most urgent. Today, well, in this first show, because we're going to do several today, the possible murder of Dana Edom, producer of the series Tehran in Greece, while the 4th season was being filmed. Now, we will talk about this. We also have the expulsion of 3 elderly Jewish women from a museum in Madrid for holding the Israeli flag in their hands outside. They were expelled for walking with the Israeli flag through Spain in a public place of the state. And could we even consider it a hate crime? Let's watch the video. It's something regrettable. The ambassador of Israel in Spain has made a statement. We'll see a comment on Twitter now. But worst of all, Iran has revealed its plan to respond to a possible attack by the United States of America. And they talk about the total collapse of the world economy, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, the closure of the Persian Gulf, attacking all the oil facilities in the countries allied with the United States. All of that is happening now, and we'll see it here on Military Strategies. Family, it's super important, very important, super important that you leave your likes and your comments about what's coming, what's happening right now. All right, we're also going to start with images from Israel. Of course, we always have to talk about Israel. We always have to comment on things about Israel. Mi-28 NE combat helicopters have arrived from Russia. 3 have been delivered, and another 3 are carrying combat helicopters. They're carrying things. They've been conducting tests in the Strait of Hormuz. We have them geolocated, precisely. We have them geolocated in a place that the other day, well, not them, but that we had marked on the map the other day as an interesting place within the military operations for what's coming in the Persian Gulf. Don't miss it. It's not that I watch the videos one day and publish them the next. This came out today. It's published today. It must be a coincidence, surely. But we've hit the mark. The leader of Hezbollah has also spoken, Naim Qassem. We also have him here. We have images of Abraham Lincoln. We have images, well, of everyone. And you're going to be amazed by the latest from New York and what Mandani has done in the streets of New York. At the time of Islamic prayer, Mandani played the sound of the call to prayer through the streets. On loudspeakers everywhere, what Mandani did is just like that. Everyone has their own way of seeing things and their own way of understanding things. All right, let's get started as well. Well, be careful with this. We're starting with this one. It wasn't in the script, but we have to add it. Rasputin, according to military commanders from the United Kingdom of Germany, they urged the entire population, all citizens, to be prepared for a possible Russian attack. Soon, I suppose my colleague Junior in quotes will talk about this later. We'll send her regards. That's fine. Later on, she's going to come. She's going to do a lot of live streams today, and she's going to be making a lot of content. I prefer that she covers this topic since she's super specialized in this matter. But Rasputin seems to want to attack Europe. Let's see how things turn out and how far this goes. Iran. Iran wants to survive at all costs and has issued a very strong threat against the United States of America. We probably won't have time to see everything, but with this first insight of the day, we'll cover a large part of what we're going to discuss. Throughout the night, which will be long, tonight will be long. Here on Military Strategies, we'll have a lot of content. Pay attention to the video. Goodbye. The video we're watching is Iran. A few days ago. Launch of game anti-ship missiles. We see how the chief of the Revolutionary Guard Armed Forces is visiting an island. It's an island we know. Yes, we know it. He is visiting. The position of the anti-aircraft defenses, yes, we also know them. We know where they are. And the famous boats, the hovercrafts with anti-ship missiles. First of all, what is the famous island that we're seeing there? The jewel of the Iranian crown. What they can't afford to lose under any circumstances. Let's pause the frame right there. Let's geolocate the famous island. It's the island of Karm. This place we're looking at here. In the end, we're going to focus on it. We're going to concentrate on it. We geolocate it. Look at the circle that appears there. There is the place where 24 hours ago I said there was anti-aircraft defense and that special operations forces could assault it. It seems like the Iranians listen to us sometimes. There is the place. You can see it here. That's the place. Karko Island. It seems that Iran has redeployed anti-aircraft defense systems on this island, which was marking military strategies just 24 hours ago. I swear to you, this video was really published today. It's not a coincidence. Karko Island? Karko Island? The crown jewel. Most of Iran's oil is produced here, and losing it would be catastrophic for the regime. Well, this is where they're deploying most of their fleet, that surface fleet, that wants to close the Strait of Hormuz. What have they said? What have they told us? Let's see it in this video.
And the Iranians said no. Iran responded to the Americans that
the United States told Iran that it wanted to carry out symbolic attacks, and Iran said no.
even a token strike will be met with full force.
Even small attacks will be met with force.
And the reason is twofold. One is that even a token strike is an act of war.
But more importantly, the reason is clear. Even a small attack is a declaration of war, he says. Iran, that's what he's commenting on. Don't miss any detail of what he's going to say.
I believe the Iranians know what happens if the United States is allowed.
I'm going to read it directly from the translation so you can understand it while we watch the video. This is extremely serious. He is the spokesperson for the Islamic regime. Mohammed Marandi threatens a total war against the United States, promises large-scale retaliation even for a symbolic attack, and warns about it. The most serious part. About the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, the sinking of commercial ships, the destruction of oil and gas infrastructure, the attack on billions of dollars in non-military United States assets, the fall of the Gulf monarchies within hours, the onset of chaos in West Asia and the Caucasus, and triggering a global economic collapse, Mohammed Marandi said. That's something the Americans have proposed to the Iranians, that we carry out a symbolic attack and you do the same. The Iranians refused. The Iranians have responded to the United States that even a symbolic attack will be met with full force. And the reason is twofold. One is that even a symbolic attack is an act of war. But more importantly, the Iranians recognize that if the United States is allowed to carry out a limited attack, that only opens the door to future attacks. Within 4 months, a false flag operation will take place somewhere in Europe, North America, or our region. Will Mossad kill some Israelis or do something similar and blame Iran? Then will there be more threats and attacks against the country? Or will more riots be organized, or will people be hired to sow chaos in some city in Iran? So, Trump will come to save the Iranian people by killing Iranian citizens. This is something that Iranians say we cannot tolerate, so it has to end now. If the United States attacks either symbolically or with a large-scale strike, the Iranians will launch a full-scale attack. This will be directed against United States bases, of course, against the United States Navy, but also against United States interests in the region. This could cover many issues, which means that billions of dollars in assets will be targeted. The Iranians have already talked about closing the Strait of Hormuz, which is very easy. It's not just about the strait itself. They can sink ships passing through it. They have thousands of anti-ship missiles stationed in the Persian Gulf, which can destroy them or can destroy everything in the region. They can destroy the ports, they can destroy the oil and gas facilities, they can destroy the pipelines, and they can do the same outside the Strait of Hormuz and in the Indian Ocean. So if there is a war, I think oil and gas trade in West Asia and the Caucasus will come to an end, which will cause a global economic crisis. That's what this is saying. The advisor in the nuclear negotiations, Sajid Marandi, they want to leave us without oil. Opinion on military strategies, opinion on a lot of noise, and little substance. Much ado about nothing, much ado about nothing. A lot is yet to come for Iran. Not even they themselves expect that, said Maduro. There will be no oil, total land. We will conquer Puerto Rico. Latin America will unite with us. And in the end, Maduro ended up in jail with his wife. At least they were able to celebrate Valentine's Day together. Family, your likes, your comments, because we continue with more news here. In military strategies, we announced it yesterday. Israel is carrying out in-flight refueling exercises on the way to Iran. Yesterday, we highlighted the photo of the refueling planes entering Syrian territory on the route that we always say is ideal to reach Iran. Today, the news is confirmed. They are getting ready again for round number 2. The awakening of the lion is very close, but before that, there are other problems. At home, we have Naim Qassem posting videos. There he is. Naim Qassem has said that Israel's attacks in Lebanon must end immediately. We can't keep holding back without responding. If there is an attack against Iran, we will be on the Iranian side and we will attack as well. Videos generated with artificial intelligence, they don't even dare to record him anymore because they know what happens to them every time they get in a car. Every time they get in to open a tunnel or set up a rocket launcher, the barbecue happens. Now, it's not about the Vipers or the phones anymore. There must be something else that we don't know about, but that allows Israel to locate them. All of them. Every single one of them. Wherever they are. Wherever they're hiding directly. They all end up burned. Well, that's it. Naim Qassem has spoken and told all his stories. What do we have here? More footage of Iran's preparations to close the Strait of Hormuz.
Iran's Vipers moved the war in Iran.
That were moved.
Sorry, the thing is, the money for quality broadcasting in Iran has been spent on ballistic missiles. So, well, we have to see it that way, in this quality. These are the same images as before. What do you want me to say? I know people are worried about this, but I'm not that concerned. Because yes, they can close the strait for a week. But in the end, first of all, to attack a ship, they need to know where the ship is. And second, they need a radar. And the moment the radar is activated, game over, a plane comes in, destroys the radar, and that's it. By the way, are they still coming? More planes to Chania? Another convoy, leaving right now from Montpellier through French airspace, is coming from the United Kingdom. So there will be more F-35S. And be careful, because some planes in the next few hours could move from Chania to the Middle East, to Jordan, or even Israel on their own. At the same time, look, the train keeps arriving. The train carrying weapons to the Middle East keeps arriving in Iraq as well. This Globemaster is around here and we can see there's interference with the global positioning system. Do you see these jagged lines? It means there's global positioning system interference and that this C-17 Globemaster is around there. And something is happening in the Global Positioning System, PES system. A P-8 Poseidon just took off from Saudi Arabia. And another one was also taking off from Sicily, Italy just a few minutes ago. The aircraft carrier is about to arrive. It's about to arrive. And look, from Spain, from Rota, convoy has been flying. to Germany carrying equipment and personnel. Look, C-130 planes, the Hercules, arriving in a sort of convoy to Spain, to Rota. Personnel for the aircraft carrier, equipment for the aircraft carrier. In the coming days, we'll know the answer. Family, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Don't worry, all right? We're still live. We're still here on Military Strategies. First news of the day. Now let's move on to a topic that, well, we have to look at. The topic of the possible assassination of the producer of the Tehran series. But before this, we have to see this. Spain. It can't go on like this. This is unjustifiable. It's a real disgrace. Dana Ehrlich, who is currently the ambassador in Spain, Israel. Here is her photograph. It says, "This weekend, we saw how 3 Jewish women with a Star of David and an Israeli flag were expelled from a museum in Madrid for wearing those symbols. My flag is not a provocation. My flag represents thousands of years of Jewish history. My flag represents the state of Israel. It's hypocrisy that other flags and displays of misinformation are allowed without any problem in that museum, while my flag, our flag, is considered provocative." What is the ambassador referring to? And what has happened? Me? This has been done with Israel. Then, when I go to Israel and say that I'm Spanish, they look at me and say, well, let's see. Let's see what kind of Spaniard he is. Let's see which Spaniard they're bringing. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's normal that they criticize us afterwards. I just want to say I really regret this. If the 3 ladies are still in Spain, please contact me by email. I want to invite you to dinner personally. I want to invite you to dinner in Madrid. I think it's unfortunate that 3 elderly women are treated this way. Are you going to watch the video? I find it unbelievable. It's something that's regrettable. I find it unbelievable that this is happening in Spain, that this happens in Spain. It doesn't represent us Spaniards. It has nothing to do with us. It's a hate crime that's defined in the penal code. That museum is a public museum. You can't forbid people from wearing their religious symbols or carrying the flag of a country that's recognized by the United Nations. And, in fact, until recently, it was an ally of Israel, until Pedro Sanchez decided to declare political and economic war on Israel. Video from OK Diario. You can visit their website to see the full story, but please pay attention to what happened. We must express the utmost disgust at this kind of anti-Semitic acts. We are not in 1940 or 1939. We are not persecuting Jews to take them to the gas chambers. This has to end. This has to stop being a persecution, because what is being created is hatred. It can't go unpunished. That the Jewish community in Spain or anywhere else is called genocidal, insulted, threatened, or attacked. Enough is enough. The prosecutor's office has to act again. The necessary tools to protect the Jewish community wherever they are. All right, let's watch the video.
Let's watch the video. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to take it out again, because you don't give me the confidence that you won't take it out again.
You can't kick me out.
Let's go, please.
For how many?
Do you keep in the objects?
What happened? Sorry.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes, it's okay.
Let's go calmly.
So don't bother us, okay?
Some people in the audience are getting annoyed. Let them. I respect you, you respect me, and they respect each other. That's it.
No.
You haven't respected me and said no to me.
Please, that I don't need.
It's not about forgiving. We haven't committed any crime. If I walk around here with a Spanish, French, or any flag I want, no one can kick me out. And I'm telling you that I'm with elderly ladies, walking calmly to the exit.
So if you don't mind,
Please don't bother us. We're calmly watching, not because of you.
I'm bothering you.
Yes, you're bothering me.
I'm not bothering you at all.
Yes, he kicked me out and said I had to leave to go with the band.
Put away the symbols.
And I told him that under Spanish law I don't have to do it and that I'm leaving calmly.
So you just keep doing whatever you want, exactly how you like.
Because I'm in my country, exactly. Thank you, good afternoon.
This is incredible. This is incredible. You have to see it again. It's a real shame. Thank you. According to the penal code, what just happened can even lead to jail. It can even lead to jail. This is no joke. Article 510 days. The Penal Code punishes racist behavior. Offenders will face prison sentences of between 1 and 4 years and a fine of 6 to 12 months. To those who publicly encourage, promote, or incite, directly or indirectly, hatred, hostility, discrimination, or violence against a group, a part of it, or against a specific person because of their belonging to that group for racist, anti-Semitic, anti-Roma, or other reasons related to ideology, religion, or belief, family, situation. The membership of its members to an ethnic group, race, or nation, their national origin, their sex, sexual orientation or identity, for reasons of gender, illness, or disability. Thank you for watching the video here. The dignity of 3 women has been harmed who unfortunately are tourists. One of them is the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor. They shouted genocidal at them. They shouted murderers at 3 grandmothers. And the security guard comes and tells them that they're making people at the museum nervous, making them uncomfortable. But what kind of joke is this? Instead of providing security and immediately expelling these people and calling the police to check their documents and file a report, the elderly women are the ones who get expelled. Now you can't wear a Star of David in public anymore. Goodbye. What do you all think? What do you think about this? To me, this seems regrettable. It's disgusting. There's no justification for what they've done to these ladies. I'll say it again, please, if they're still in Spain, have them send me an email because I'm going to invite them to dinner. Come on, I just find it unbelievable that they would abandon the museum.
Thank you.
The ladies. They even offer to keep the flag of Israel.
We're going to take it out again because you don't give me the confidence that...
You don't give me the confidence to take out a flag, which is legal.
Don't take it out again.
You can't kick me out?
Let's go, please.
Let's go, please.
Put your things away.
Put your things away. The Star of David on top, uncultured.
What happened? Sorry, excuse me.
What do you mean nothing's happening? A crime is being committed.
Excuse me, it's nothing.
Very polite girl, huh? The girl. Very polite. Congratulations, huh? Always pay attention to how things are whenever these kinds of events happen. When it's from the other side, the Free Palestine people, they start shouting fascist and all that. They start making a scene. This girl with education and keeping her composure. Thank you for watching. She responds to him appropriately. Excuse me.
We're seeing each other calmly, so please don't bother us.
Okay, please, because you're getting upset.
There are people in the audience who are getting upset. No. Some racists are upset and should just leave the museum.
Well, let them get upset. Let them not leave because of me. I respect you. I respect you and them.
That's not respect.
You to them. And that's it. No.
I haven't respected myself. You've told me no.
But what kind of respect?
Please, do I not need?
It's not that I forgive me. We're not committing any crime.
Pathetic performance, huh? Pathetic performance.
I'm walking around here with a Spanish flag. Nobody can kick me out, and with the French one, or whichever one I want. And I'm saying that I'm with elderly ladies, walking calmly to the exit.
So if you don't mind.
Please don't bother us, and we are.
I'm great.
What arrogance. That's a terrible performance, huh?
Calmly, I'm not bothering you, but yes, it is bothering me.
Of course you're bothering her and you're intimidating her.
And you're also bothering me as well.
She kicked me out and said I have to leave to go with the guards.
Are you wearing the symbols?
I said Spanish law doesn't require me to do it.
There's something I don't understand. I'm being very serious. There's something I don't understand. If this, and it's better that this gets cleared up, I'm saying this for the security guy. If this comes from an order given by someone from the museum, they'd better testify and clear it up. Because if this has been a personal act, knowingly and intentionally, it must be reported. It must be reported. So I think there is. Well, anyone can report this. It doesn't need to be the Israeli embassy. It doesn't have to be an association. Any citizen, after watching this video, can file a report at any police station in Spain. You can do it online so as not to overwhelm the poor police who already have too much work, but online, you can file a report. Based on this video, anyone with their identification can file a report. Now, on the police website, you can file a report and report this as a hate crime. And now you'll see what happens.
Now you'll see what happens and that I'm leaving calmly. You keep doing whatever you want, exactly as you like, because I'm in my country. That's right. Thank you.
He is indeed in his country.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Thank you, poor ladies. My God, thanks to OK Diario for the work. And for reporting this, it's not shown on television. This doesn't come out on television. Anyone can go and report it. Let's switch to another topic now. Let's continue. I don't know what to think. There's a series that's killing it. With millions of views, number 2, a series, which is titled Tehran, the one we see here. Tehran. The producer, she is the producer of the series. She gives an idea. She has been found dead in a hotel in Athens during the filming of the 4th season. The Greek police are investigating it as a murder. There are others who say it could have been a suicide. What's the difference? Here they have found pills in the room, in the bedroom. But Dana had bruises on her body. It's not the first time that an Secret Service does this to make it appear as a suicide. Now we're in trouble because if it was Tehran, if it was Iran, we're going to find out. Too much of a coincidence? A woman who's at the top, the creator of the series Tehran, who's at the peak of her career right now, who talks about an undercover Israeli agent in Iran, dies. It's requested that no theories be made about this topic. We need to be sensitive here. Well, there is an investigation. There are rumors. There is an investigation. It could be a suicide because it could be everyone has personal problems, or maybe not. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happened there. Send a big hug to the family of this lady. Great series. You have to watch it. You really have to watch it. What does Marco Rubio say about Iran? Marco Rubio says about Iran that it's very difficult to negotiate with them because they are basically crazy. Their ideology is total madness. We'll watch Marco Rubio's video. What does he say? All right, we have it right here. Video of Marco Rubio. Let's watch it for a second. Let's switch screens. Here we are, Marco Rubio.
About Iran. Making a deal with Iran, not easy.
Making a deal with Iran is not easy.
I said it yesterday, I'll repeat it again.
I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again today.
We have to understand that Iran, after all, is governed, I said it yesterday.
What reforms have been implemented, which were made by radical clerics and Shias who are...
From the clerics, right? These people make decisions based purely on theology.
He says this is what they do. They make decisions solely and purely based on theology.
That's how they make their decisions.
That's how they make their decisions.
So...
It's hard to make a deal with Iran.
I've always said it's hard, but we're going to try.
We're going to try.
That's what the president is trying. I won't prejudge those talks.
I won't make predictions about this.
But we are going to negotiate with Iran. Here in front of the press and on stage, our negotiators are on their way. Now they will have meetings. Let's see what happens.
We have meetings. We have negotiations. Let's see what happens. If the problem is the radical cleric seats, the Ayatollah has to go to sleep. Let them make him a video like those Hezbollah ones. Let them make him one of those cool videos while they're there fighting. And that's it. Let them put them in a cemetery and not bother anyone anymore. That's how things are. The situation, as you can see, is not easy at all. Not easy at all. Things right now are not in a very good situation. Is a war coming? I've been warning about it, saying it. We have to be prepared. We need to be ready for what's coming. By the way, later I'm going to reveal something to you.
Importante.
So don't miss it here on military strategies. We're leaving now, family. We're leaving right now. We're going to prepare more content, more information. Please share this live stream thanks to the super chat, to all the collaborations I've seen out there. I know there were a lot of questions yesterday and we couldn't answer them all. We're going to answer all of them throughout today. Thank you so much for those super chats, for all that information. I insist again about the elderly issue. Anyone can go and report it at any time. Thank you to Maria, Pedro, Zin Mizrahi, Fernando, Pablo, Araceli, Bay, Carla Gomez. Thank you all so much. Really, I'll see you later here on Military Strategies.